Welcome to your chordal guitar lesson of the week. Today we talk about alternate tunings, and I have a confession to make. I almost never play with alternate tunings for one big reason, because I don't know any chords in those tunings, and I came to realize that this is the worst excuse ever not to play with alternate tunings, because to my eyes, alternate tunings are so good to get you out of your patterns and your comfort zone and your habits on the instrument. If you always play on standard tuning, your fingers are going to fall into some patterns and do the same things. So when my middle finger is here, I always do this little trick here. So by playing with different notes and different tunings on your string, it allows you to be more creative and to find some chord shapes and some lead lines that you wouldn't have found otherwise. So let's start by tuning our guitars in the very popular DADGAD. So this sounds like this. I have a little chorus that I left here, but I'm gonna keep it. So DADGAD is not that complicated. You have the same notes on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. So this is still A, D, G. And for the rest, so the 6th, the 2nd, and the 1st strings, you are going to tune them a whole step down. So now we have D, A, D, G, A, D. So now let's explore. When I play this open chord right here, the first thing that I notice is that it's a suspended chord. We have those notes that are neutral, but as soon as we add the 3rd string, this is a sus4 chord. So we really and badly want to hear the resolution from this G to the F sharp. That's what makes the DADGAD so beautiful, because you can play the expected resolution to that chord, which is the F sharp note, but still keep the G note inside your voicing. So what you can do to start exploring is to find many places where you can play that F sharp note while keeping your 3rd string open and the rest of the strings open, of course. So you could play it on the 4th fret of the 4th string. You could play it on the 9th fret of the 2nd string. You could play it way up high on the 16th fret of the 1st string, or on the 4th. So let's keep this one, and this one. Just with those starting points, you can experiment, explore, and improvise with the surrounding notes by staying on the same string, or just by picking some notes by ear that are surrounding this spot. So I could do something like this. I could do it from the 2nd point here. I could do it here. You see the point? I let my ears guide me, and I just start from this resolution of the chord, which is basically the kind of drone sound that you keep when you play in DADGAD. You keep the first 3 big strings open, and you play with the rest. If you want it to be a minor chord, you only have to take all of those fretted notes and just go 1 fret below. So the 4th fret becomes the 3rd fret, beautiful add 11 chord. The 9th fret becomes the 8th fret, and the 16th fret becomes the 15th. You could do the same, or you could combine both types like I showed you on my lesson from last month. You could do combine major and minor chords. And with this shape, let's take this shape and play it in a bar position. So if I play it 1 octave higher, I can play it like this, or the minor version 1 fret below. When I hear a chord like this, I instantly think about the demos from Strymon when they are played by Stage Shirt, if you know this artist. Those kinds of chords made me think of Strymon demos instantly. So only barring this kind of chord. You can take a chord shape that you already know and modify it so it fits. So let's say that I pick a E major shape on open position. I only have to compensate on the 6th string by going 2 frets higher to compensate, because now the note is D, so it's gonna make D, D sharp, E. So if you want the same chord, you have to play this shape right here. And this shape, you could play it anywhere on the fretboard if you want and experiment with this kind of. So you can come up with something like this. You see the point? I just did the beginning work for you, which is to show you some starting points, show you things that you can do on the instrument to explore, but this is your job now. Tune your guitar in DADGAD or any alternate tuning that you like and just start experimenting with it. You don't have to know chords in this tuning before you can start, and this is the worst mistake you can ever do, is to avoid trying things on the instrument just because you don't have the knowledge. You can always let your ears guide you. You can always improvise, experiment. Then if you play notes that you don't like, it doesn't matter. You will just continue to experiment with it, just like I did here. If you are experienced with alternate tunings more than I am, please show your tips and tricks in the comment section. We'd like to know your favorite chords and your favorite ways to explore alternate tunings. If you haven't put on the notifications on my channel, you can click on the bell right now to be notified, because I don't have a strict schedule anymore, so I don't want you to miss my lessons and my videos on my channel. And thank you so much for watching. Seriously, I'm so grateful to have you as a viewer. So thank you very much, and until next time, au revoir.